Morning you guys, it's Karen and another day, another NIOD review. This time it is the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. I've just got the tiny little bottle. This is 3ml and I bought this in the set that's called NIOD Set 1 and costs £50. But if you want to buy the full size of this, it is £43 and it's 5 times this, so 15ml versus 3ml. But I would highly recommend, if you want to try this eye serum, to get the set 1 if you're at all interested in the other items that are in the set, of course, otherwise it's pointless. But I say that because although 3ml doesn't look or seem like much, they even say themselves you need the tiniest amount of this. So I've used this pretty much every day and it's still up to there, it's still almost full. And so I think I'm going to be able to do a good test for you guys because they talk about changes in 8 weeks. And so I think for the extra £7, you would get 3 really good products, because I think the other products are lovely as well, and you would get to try this and see if you see any differences, see if you enjoy the feel of it, see if you have any allergies to it, etc, etc. So anyway, this is what we are reviewing, and as per the last video, I will say that I don't understand all of the science that I read on, particularly about the NIOD products. They're obviously really up to date on modern skincare and modern skincare technologies. I do still think, I've said before, I do still think they sometimes put things in a sciencey way. For example, when I was reading through this, they say that this targets fine lines that are not targeted by snare target injections. And I believe they're talking about Botox type injections because they involve the snare complex. This one, however, isn't one with pages of information. So I'll read you what they say. I've got my little iPad sitting here, by the way. So it says that it is a serum to help reduce bags under eyes, dark circles around the eye contours, fine lines, wrinkles and creases around the eyes, as well as puffy eyes. So a huge amount of claims, and I think there's nothing there they haven't covered for eyes, is there? If there's any symptom you've got or any issue with your eyes, is covered by this serum by the sounds of it. So it says a hyper concentrated bio serum for the eye contour combines 28 clinical technologies to target all aspects of under eye and above eye aging in one treatment, borrowing from advanced biotechnology. It then lists the type of technologies: polyphenol technology, next generation cyclic peptide technologies, marine science and modern drone delivery mechanics. I've no idea what modern drone delivery mechanics is, for example. The single treatment is able to target visible aging, both upper eyelids and lower eyelids, which is really interesting because I have so far only been using this under my eyes, including dynamic lines, static lines, fine superficial under eye lines. So that means, you know, the ones that are there as a result of the sun, the ones that are there from when you make movement, you know, when you make expressions, and the ones that you can't even see, that haven't developed yet. Those not targeted by the snare yet. That's the bit where it says it even gets the lines that are not reached by injections. And loss of elasticity, especially upper eyelids, it says dark circles, puffiness and textural unevenness, with positive visible results starting within 3 days and improving into 8 weeks. It then lists those concerns again that it addresses. So puffiness, I would say that I definitely do have some puffiness, but not very often. It's just if I'm overtired or if I've put something on my eyes that they don't enjoy, I definitely get puffiness. Loss of elasticity, I think I do have that just from aging. Inflammation, yes, I probably have inflammation. Fine lines, 100% I have fine lines. That would be probably the #1 issue underneath my eye I would want to address. And dark circles. I don't feel like I have dark circles, but I've noticed some darkness under my eyes, and so that may be the start of dark circles. I do get a lot of sleep, mostly because I'm on drugs that send me to sleep, you know, so I'm lucky in that respect. I do get a lot of sleep, and I think that that makes a huge difference. But anyway, that aside, I do, like I said, have noticed some darkness. But I'll show you a picture of me with no makeup on so you can see exactly the issues I'm dealing with from an objective point of view. For usage, it says to use twice a day, and that you only need 1 drop that will cover both eyes, upper and lower eyelids. I haven't found that, I have to say. I have been using a generous drop on each eye, and that's only for underneath. I do think I would be able to move that up onto the upper eyelid, so I think 1 drop on each eye for me will work. But this is what it's like. So it's very liquidy. no, it doesn't have any scent. I thought I got a scent there. It's not oily. This isn't one that leaves any kind of residue feeling. It rubs in really nicely. It goes under makeup really well, because that's one of the things I was like, oh, okay, can't imagine putting on a serum on my eyes and then putting makeup on, but you can see pretty quickly that is it dry to, not matte, but almost, you know, it's completely absorbed and feels lovely and soft and leaves a really nice base. Most importantly for me, this doesn't irritate my eyes whatsoever, and that's, like I said, the most important thing, because I have tried many eye creams, even ones for sensitive eyes, that actually do make my eyes water. You guys know I have a problem with watery eyes that I seem to manage to keep under control to an extent with my eye drops and anti-allergy tablets, etc. But there are definitely products I can put on, like if I put retinoid too near my eyes, or retinol even, then that's them set off again, and this hasn't had any effect whatsoever, so I'm delighted with that. What I would say is, when I got the NIOD set 1, I read through very quickly and very briefly the description of the 4 products that I had, and I also had 2 other products, the neck elasticity and I think it was the bronzing serum, and so I didn't really absorb it too much. I like to skim over it and then use it, and then maybe go back and see, well, what is it saying it does? Because I don't really want to be influenced, because you know how I've talked before about the placebo effect. If it tells you that it addresses lines, you might see it differently to a completely objective view. That's just my research mind working. Anyway, what I missed from this is that it's for upper eyelids as well. I completely obviously didn't read that, and what I also didn't realise was that it says that you can see effects within 3 days. So I have to say, looking in the mirror, I haven't noticed any difference under my eyes with my crow's feet, but I will, when I've taken my makeup off, I'll take some pictures. I've realised there's no point doing it with makeup, because it, you know, depends which eye concealer you use, how much powder you use under your eyes, as to how bad or otherwise the crow's feet look. It's best to do it with a completely bare face. So I'll take some pictures at the end of the day with no makeup on, compared to the ones that I had already taken before starting treatment, and see if we can see any difference. But I think 3 days would probably be, it would be re-moisturising, you know, re-plumping, addressing maybe inflammation that could be reduced in 3 days. So any puffiness, and maybe fine lines if my under eye area was dry, but I don't think it particularly was. I'm just having a look at the ingredients, and there is a lot of ingredients in this tiny little bottle. Starts off with glycerin, which is a lovely moisturising, hydrating ingredient. And with that being the #1 ingredient, like I said there, I think if there was any improvement in 3 days, it would be from hydrating if my under eye area was dry at all. Hydrolyzed yeast extract is something I'm really interested in. There's a lot of products that have a hydrolyzed yeast extract in them, and there's also a lot of research going on around the area of yeast that is showing some really promising anti-aging results, so I'm really excited to see that in there. There's a couple of other ingredients that I don't know about. It's got niacinamide in it, dimethyl isosorbide, which, like I've said before, is one of their favorite ingredients. It's the skin conditioning ingredient, but I think it gives it that slip. There is a lot of peptides, quite a few peptides. I can't see any there that I recognise. I thought I did. I thought I saw argireline, but it's not. It's hexapeptide 30, and I think argireline is 8. Maybe not. Anyway, there's a lot of peptides there, which it did say. It even has a little bit of ascorbic acid in it. Some soybean protein, hydrolyzed wheat protein, yeast protein, lecithin, sodium hyaluronate. I went a bit backwards there, that just caught my eye. Sodium hyaluronate, is it another product that will increase moisture in the area? Yeah, there's a lot of really good ingredients in there. Even it's got a tiny bit of lactic acid in it and glycolic acid, very, very low on the list. Yeah, really interesting ingredients. Definitely new technologies there, combining all those ingredients, like I said, into a tiny little serum like this. So, because they've said 3 days and 8 weeks, I'll put the pictures in to see if we can see any difference in the 3-day mark. And I think then I'm going to stop using this. And the reason is, I would want to test it on my upper eyelids, but I'm currently using the neck elasticity catalyst on my eyelids, and I'm going almost right up to my where I put my eyeliner, you know, almost right up to my lash line. And so I don't want to be using this and that and not know which caused the differences, being as it says it works on specifically the upper eyelid elasticity. I would really like to trial this in a proper way. So because it's only up to there, so I've got plenty left, I'm going to stop using it now. We'll have a look at the 3-day results. When I finished my neck elasticity catalyst, what is that? That is sort of cream, which I think will probably be about another month, something like that. I will do the results of that and have a look at my eyes and my neck, and then I will start on the eye cream again and have another look at a 1 month mark, and then the 2 months, the 8 weeks that they're talking about, and take it from there. So I know that sometimes 8 weeks is a long time to wait to find out if that's going to work, but if the NIOD neck elasticity catalyst works on eyelids, then I think that will be useful information to know. And if I start putting that on, it may be that it's that working, not the NEC, if you see what I mean. I think it's definitely better to keep them separate and know exactly where our results are coming from. So I think the only thing I haven't really told you is what I think of it, and I love the feel of using it, but I haven't felt anything amazing from it, but I think it's too early to tell for me. We'll see what I think when I see the photos back. I'll maybe put a little piece of text in as to if I can see any differences, because what I see is definitely different to what you guys see, because with the photography fluid 12%, I could see a difference on my skin, but I couldn't see a difference under my makeup, under my foundation. But you guys almost exclusively could see a difference. Nobody said they couldn't. Everybody said they could see a difference. With my eye area here was brighter, and that this half of my face was definitely brighter where I used the serum. The only thing was, a few people said that my blush was uneven on one side. That's just my being clumsy applying makeup. That's me not being very good at applying makeup. I don't think that's anything to do with the serum, but you guys saw something that I didn't see, so it might be interesting to you what I see, and it'll be interesting to me what you see. But yeah, as far as the serum goes, it feels very nice, but it's nothing amazing. I'm not like, I can't wait to use it, as I am with a couple of other of their products. That's everything. I will list all of my makeup, necklace, etc. in the description of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.